Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The Battlefield 6 launch so far has been absolutely massive. They've already hit some insane player counts, and that was just day one of the game, in the middle of a couple of issues going on. For the most part, this was a very successful, very smooth launch for Battlefield. A little bit different from some previous titles. However, there were still a few hiccups, a few speed bumps there that caused some issues, particularly issues with the game actually letting players in. A lot of players on a lot of different platforms were being told they didn't have content installed. They aren't able to boot the game correctly. So the success that the game has seen so far is also considering that there were some pretty drastic problems for a handful of players. However, already one day into Battlefield 6 officially, Battlefield has actually apologized and is trying to make up for this issue that affected quite a few players here, which I think is absolutely awesome. They have also pushed through some new updates that should address a lot of the major issues that some players are having here. So initially, Battlefield Comms ended up posting late yesterday afternoon saying the second update on the installation of the Battlefield 6 content pack issue. This is the problem where it would let you boot into the game. You'd go onto the menu and you'd try and play some multiplayer, and it'd say, oh, you've got to install multiplayer first. And you're like, how did I boot the game if I don't have multiplayer installed? And so this was basically blocking people from playing the game. In some cases, it wasn't letting people even access the game to begin with. And Battlefield Comms does say the team is in the process of deploying a resolution for this issue that causes players on the EA app to be unable to start the game modes due to missing DLC and content. Players will need to restart the game for this to take effect. We expect this to be completed within the next hour or so, and we'll update when it's done. And obviously this was posted yesterday, so by now this issue should be fully resolved, fully fixed. And if you're having this missing content pack issue, that should be no more. You should be able to play the game completely normal and get to grinding. And as mentioned, what I think is really cool here is that Battlefield has come out publicly and directly apologized and is offering compensation for anyone who had issues like this going on with the first day of the game. Hey everyone, real quick, obviously super busy time right now. So many good games out there to be grinding or looking forward to later on this year. And if you're looking to stock up on any G Fuel, now is the best time possible as they are running their brand new Fear Fest BOGO. Yes, that's right. Buy one, get one free. They've got the new 2.0 formula on the site, still some old flavors as well. And there's of course plenty of spooky season themed tubs and flavors available right now as well. So if you want to grab anything at all from the site, quite literally the biggest savings possible going on right now for a limited time, be sure to check out the link down in the description below. So Battlefield ended up just posting this still image yesterday with a little message to the community, and here is what it reads. Today we experienced an outage on the EA app that prevented some of our players who pre-ordered Battlefield 6 from actually being able to access the game. And we know this can be very frustrating, so we wanted to offer an apology with perks. I actually really like this because, you know, typically other games that have launch issues, they're like, oh, we're so sorry about this. We're working as fast as possible to get this resolved. Not only was Battlefield pretty transparent with how much of a priority it was to get this resolved, I saw a bunch of different individual devs responding to tweets saying, hey, we know this is an issue. We're looking into it. We're going to fix this ASAP. It's top priority. They're also offering compensation for it, which a lot of other games I feel like aren't necessarily doing. They're just like, hey, we're super sorry. You can play the game now. So here is what's going on. They say the fix has been fully rolled out, but we are not done. Anyone on the EA app who is impacted is going to receive 12 hardware and 12 career 60-minute XP boosters. So essentially you get 12 hours of hardware XP boost to sort of make up for the time you potentially missed out on playing the game, and 12 hours of career XP boost as well to make up for the time you missed out on playing the game, which should be arriving in impacted players' in-game inbox this weekend. So just a heads up, if you were impacted by this issue, and I know a lot of you guys were already commenting on some of the videos yesterday saying, what's going on? I can't play the game. It says I need to install things. You know, what's the issue here? Definitely make sure you are checking your in-game inbox over like by your friends list and everything in game, so you can actually claim these rewards and claim these boosters so you can have them to use and make up some of that time you might have lost waiting for them to issue this fix. But that's still not all they're actually compensating here. And this next part's pretty cool as well. They say, in addition, we will also be granting impacted players full access to a seasonal battle pass. If impacted players purchase the Phantom Edition, we'll be granting them access to Season 2's full battle pass. We want to apologize again for this outage. See you on the battlefield. So everyone who was impacted by this on the EA app, when Season 1 drops on October 28th, you'll have full access to that battle pass, which is really, really cool. And then if you bought the Phantom Edition, you'll already have season 1 stuff, so they're going to give you the season 2 stuff as well. So actually really cool of Battlefield to go through and actually apologize publicly for this and offer some compensation here just a day into the game. They do also clarify here, for what it's worth, saying, to clarify, this is a single battle pass reward, but Phantom Edition includes Battlefield Pro, so we moved the reward out to accommodate there, for anyone wondering with that. So really cool info here. This still isn't all that they're also working on fixing and working on fully updating. And keep in mind, as we are going through everything here today, this really is just the start. In the coming days, weeks, and months, we're going to continue to see new updates pushed out, content, fixes, changes, adjustments, all sorts of things. If you want to make sure you are staying up to date with absolutely everything going on in Battlefield, this is the place to be. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the support on the Battlefield content already. We were on gaming trending with the original settings video, which is so cool to see. So really do appreciate it. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, while you're at it, a like rating is seriously appreciated as well. Really does help grow the channel, and share the video around. Now, unfortunately, the whole missing install, game not downloaded issues, the content pack stuff that was a major problem for EA was not the only launch issue that was going on that was basically preventing players from playing the game, from accessing the game at its core. Luckily, Battlefield Comms is also on top of this, saying the game not released message on Steam that's appearing for a lot of players, like what the player count yesterday was over 700,000 at its peak. I checked this morning, it was like over 500,000, which is insane, but a lot of players are still not able to access stuff because they're getting these error messages. They say, we are aware of an issue where some Steam players are seeing a game not released message when trying to download the game, quite literally stopping them from playing. There is a potential workaround that is available for this, however. In Steam, if you open the game's properties, untick both the Battlefield multiplayer HD marker and the multiplayer marker DLCs, that should allow you to actually download it as intended and be able to play the game. Let us know if this does not work for you, and we'll continue to investigate this issue. Obviously, that's just a temporary workaround for the overall issue. They are going to, release a full fix for this, so you won't have to go through and uncheck anything potentially. You can just download the game as normal, and you'll be good to go, and you can start playing here. So outside of some of these really strange issues going on a couple of launchers, the Battlefield 6 launch was a massive success just on day 1, and it's the weekend now, of course, so I imagine it's only going to grow more and more over the next few days as hype continues to build around this experience. Really cool to see. Again, as mentioned, if you guys want to stay in the know for all things going on, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But that's going to wrap things up for this one. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.